This lesson is based on equations. So let's get started. Equation. An equation is formed by placing an equal sign between two expressions. For example, x plus 3 equals 12 is an example of equation. Here we put equal sign between the expression x plus 3 and 12. Symbols of equation. Symbol equal sign means is equal to, and equal sign and there is a question above it, and the meaning of this symbol is equal to question mark, which means whether it's equal, and meaning of this symbol is not equal to. Addition property of equality. If the same number is added to each side of an equation, it produces an equivalent equation. Example, if x minus a equals b, then we can add a to each side of this equation like this: x minus a plus a equals b plus a, then x equals b plus a. Subtraction property of equality. If the same number is subtracted from each side of an equation, it produces an equivalent equation. Example, if x plus a equals b, then we can subtract minus a from the both sides of this equation. So x plus a minus a, we subtract a equals b minus a, we subtract minus a. Subtract minus a here and minus a here. So a minus a equals 0. So we can write x equals b minus a. Multiplication property of equality. If the same non-zero number is multiplied to each side of an equation, it produces an equivalent equation. Example, if x plus a equals b and a not equals 0, then we can multiply a to the both sides of equation. So a times x by a equals b times a. So here a and a cancels out, so we can write x equals ba and ba equals ab according to commutative property. Division property of equality. If each side of an equation is divided by the same non-zero number, it produces an equivalent equation. Example, if ax equals b and a not equals 0, then we can divide both sides by a, which is ax by a equals b by a. So here a and a cancels out, so we can write x equals b by a. Now we'll do some examples. This is example 1. Write the verbal sentence as an equation for all of this. Now we'll solve this. So for part A, we have the sum of y and 4e is 15. So y plus 4 equals 15. For part B, we have the difference of 16 and x is 7. So 16 minus x equals 7. For part C, we have the product of negative 3 and y is 33. Product of negative 3 and y equals 33. For part D, we have the quotient of p and 3 is 5. So we can write this: p divided by 3 equals 5. This is example 2. Solve the equations. So now we solve all of these equations. This is part A of example 2. So we need to solve this equation. At first, we'll subtract 5 from both sides of this equation. We are subtracting 5 from both sides of this equation so that we can get the value of x. 5 minus 5 equals 0. So x plus 0 equals 15 minus 5 equals 10. Therefore, x equals 10. Answer: x equals 10. For part C, we have negative 7 plus x equals 4. So we'll solve for the variable x. So we'll add plus 7 in both sides of this equation, so that on the left side only the variable x stays. So we'll add plus 7 on the both sides of the equation. So minus 7 plus 7 equals 0 plus x. 4 plus 7 equals 11. Therefore we can write x equals 11. And our answer is 11. X equals 11. This is part C of example 2. Minus 17 minus m equals 14. We'll solve for the variable m. So at first we'll add plus 17 on the both sides of this equation. At first we'll add 17 on the both sides of this equation, so that we may remove this negative 17. So negative 17 plus 17 is equals 0. And we put negative m here. 14 plus 17 equals 31. Now we'll multiply with negative 1 on the both sides of this equation, so that we may remove this negative from m. Negative m into negative 1 equals m. Since we have negative here, the sign of this variable m is positive. Here 31 into negative 1 equals negative 31. Since we have plus here, negative here, we get negative sign here. So our answer is m equals negative 31. This is part D of example 2. We have 27 equals x minus 19. We'll solve for the variable x. So to remove negative 19, we'll add 19 on the both sides of this equation. So 27 plus 19 equals x minus 19 plus 19. 27 plus 19 equals 46. X negative 19 plus 19 equals 0. Or we can write that 46 equals x. Therefore x equals 46. And our answer is x equals 46. This is part E of example 2. Negative 5y equals 55. We need to remove negative 5 from this equation. We will solve this equation for the variable y. So at first we need to remove this negative 5. So to do that, we will divide both sides of this equation by negative 5. So we can cancel this negative 5 and negative 5. So y stays on the left side. And here we have 11. 55 divided by 5 equals 11. So we can write, we put the negative sign here and put 11 here. And our answer is y equals negative 11. This is part F of example 2. P by 4 equals 5. So we'll solve for the variable p here. So at first we'll multiply by 4 on the both sides of this equation, so that we may remove this 4. So 4 divided by 4. So these two cancel out. Therefore p equals 5 times 4 equals 20. You can write the answer p equals 20. Example 3. The combined age of father and son is 38 years. The age of father is 28 years. What is the age of the son? So we'll solve this example now. Let x equals son's age. So the combined age of father and son is 38 years. So son's age plus father's age, which is 28 years. So x plus 28 equals combined age of father and son, which is 38 years. So now we'll solve for this variable x. So at first we're going to subtract 28 from the both sides of this equation. So x plus 28 minus 28 equals 0. 38 minus 28 equals 10. Therefore x equals 10. So the answer is the son is 10 years old. Example 4. The distance between Saginaw and Detroit of Michigan is around 102 miles. An automobile travels at a constant speed of 70 miles per hour through the freeway. How long it will take to reach Detroit from Saginaw? Now we are going to solve this example. We know the distance formula. D equals RT. Here we need to find the value of T. Distance D equals 102 miles and R equals 70 miles per hour. So T equals RT. We'll solve for the variable T here. So we'll divide by R on the both sides of this equation. Therefore D by R equals T. Now we can write T equals D by R, 102 by 70 equals 1.46 hours. So now we can write the answer. So the answer is it will take around 1.46 hours to reach Detroit. This is the end of this lesson. Stay tuned for the next lesson. Thanks for watching.